The Indiana State Police list almost 3,000 homes that they have busted for housing a meth lab, but have not been declared safe by a certified inspector.
But what about the houses that have been the site of a meth lab but have never been discovered? Tonight, in the conclusion of a News 18 special investigation called Poisonous Properties, Dan Klein looks at what you could or should do to protect you and your family. Dan.
Well, you know, it's a problem. It's a question that no one has an answer to. State Police, Indiana Department of Environmental Management. How many homes, apartments, or even hotel rooms have been the site of a meth lab but have escaped notice from authorities? Now, no one can guess whether the nearly 5,000 lab busts in the last 3 years are closer to catching 1% or 100% of the meth problem. But it's something that experts say you should think about whether you're looking to buy a house or even just move into a new rental. It's a process happening at Hoosier Homes every day, cleaning up the mess that meth has left behind, paid for by homeowners and landlords like Rebel Middleton.
We had no clue.
So ID1 which is the living room.
Ryan Weaver, owner of Biorecovery Specialist, says he's cleaned more than 100 homes in the area like Middleton's within the last 18 months.
Do you think there are a lot of people moving into houses where they don't know that meth has been produced there?
Yeah, I think there are. I think we'll be finding a lot of issues like that down the road.
To keep an address from going on the state's clandestine lab database, certified inspectors like Weaver must take 4 samples from each room and possible living spaces like a garage. To be declared safe, all results must show fewer than 0.5 micrograms of meth per 100 square centimeters. Otherwise, each room that's above that level must be cleaned and retested.
That's enough to keep people safe at that level.
Well, that's an excellent question. That's the amount at which they have determined at this point in time, but there really isn't any scientific data at this point in time that shows that that is ultimately the safe level.
Some states have higher thresholds than Indiana, others have lower.
What's scary is people are doing them in hotel rooms.
Weaver has seen samples well over 100.
You could actually feel the methamphetamine crystals on the wall. It was so thick.
In one recent job, a woman started getting sick after moving into her new apartment. She couldn't sleep, she lost her appetite, and had headaches and breathing issues. When he tested, her room came back at 10. 20 times the legal limit, and the furnace was a 16. The landlord had no idea.
You can contaminate a property just by smoking. Just by going in and smoking, never making any, you can totally trash a property.
That's because meth is created through a dangerous recipe of chemicals like hydrogen chloride, sulfuric acid, and lithium aluminum hydride.
We always use the term meth lab, meth lab, meth lab, but all the chemicals that go into manufacturing meth are just as hazardous as the product itself.
But just because the home or apartment you're considering is not listed on the database doesn't guarantee it's safe. Something that concerns realtors like Kathy Russell.
If you have a concern about it, you need to have it tested. As an owner, you need to have it tested, and as a realtor. Or don't take the listing. You know, I mean, it's not worth your license.
If I were going to buy a house, I would do more than just check the list.
Weaver is one of 66 licensed inspectors in Indiana qualified to deal with meth. His charge just to test for meth, roughly $80 a room.
It could be anywhere. It could be, they could do it in a closet, they could do it in a bathroom. You know, all they need to do is have some time and some space, and they can cook wherever they want.
If you're looking for the rooms most likely to test positive, try the kitchen and the living room. Often the place with the highest levels is the heating and cooling system. But you don't have to hire a professional. Meth testing kits are available online. But IDEM's Lori Kyle Endres says those tests are only as accurate as the person taking the test.
I wouldn't even test my own house. I would have somebody else come out and do it.
It's too late for Middleton's rental home. After paying tens of thousands of dollars for cleaning and remodeling, she's going to do a more in-depth background check on future potential renters. Because seeing the charming first house she ever bought be destroyed by meth is one time too many.
When I first rented to them, I mean, they seemed like a very nice couple, well put together. No, I would never dream this.
A do-it-yourself kit to test for meth runs anywhere from about $20 to $50 per room. As for the cleaning itself, IDEM says most certified companies use a chemical solution that was developed to neutralize anthrax, so when used properly, it can clean a house properly.
Well, Dan, is there any other advice for potential home buyers or renters looking to move?
Well, if a property is not on the list, IDEM says you may have to do a little bit more digging. You can call the police department, you can call the health department, you can even talk to neighbors to try to learn more about these properties before you sign your name to that contract.
Good advice. Dan, thank you.